watching the wipers wash the night away. We're passing 54th, the lights are blurred and green, like a faded photograph of a life I've never seen. I see my own reflection in the window glass, watching all the shadows of our summer moments pass. I left my silver lighter on your marble shelf, a little piece of fire I couldn't keep for myself. The sidewalks glowing like a runway in the dark, but there isn't any flame and there isn't any spark, just the rhythm of the tires on the asphalt blue, and the ache of knowing I'm a block away from you. And it's neon rain falling down on Fifth, chasing after ghosts and the secrets that you live with. High-rise heartbreak, staring at the sky where the city never sleeps, and the truth is just a lie. Neon rain, drowning out the pain. Is there someone in the lobby? Is there someone in your home? Or are you standing by the window, waiting for the rain to fall? And it's neon rain falling down on Fifth, chasing after ghosts and the secrets that you live with. High-rise heartbreak, staring at the sky where the city never sleeps, and the truth is just a lie. Just the rain now, so cold, so bright.
The shadows stretch across the canyon floor. I'm watching headlights from the balcony door. Got a glass of something cool to take the edge off the heat, but I'm just listening to the rhythm of the street. I see the pink light fading on the Hollywood sign. Just another evening that I'm spending on the wine. I picked the plastic receiver up a dozen thousand times, tracing the circles and the familiar rhymes. I know the digits like the beating of my heart, but I know that calling is the way we fall apart. The city's humming with a million different lives, but I'm the only one where the ghost of us survives. Ooh, and I'm dialing your number in the dark of the room, waiting for the silence to lift the heavy gloom. But I hang it up before the first ring starts, protecting what is left of these tired, broken hearts. Yeah, I'm dialing your number just to feel you're still there. Maybe you're out on the town tonight, bathed in the glow of a different light. Maybe you've forgotten how the West Coast feels, while I'm still spinning on these rusted wheels. And I'm dialing your number in the dark of the room, waiting for the silence to lift the heavy gloom. But I hang it up before the first ring starts, protecting what is left of these tired, broken hearts. The party's moving to the balcony rail, but the conversation's getting thin and pale. I'm holding a glass of the vintage 73, watching the bubbles rise up, looking for me. The ice is melting in a silver bowl, while the rhythm of the music tries to take control. I see a shadow by the record machine, moving like a ghost through a movie screen. You're wearing that dress with the golden thread, but you're looking through me like I'm already dead. The laughter's loud, but the room is cold, and I'm feeling every year of getting old. And it's static and champagne tonight, trying to find a spark in the neon light. The signal's breaking up, I'm losing the line between your heart and this glass of wine. Yeah, it's static waking up, I'm losing the line between your heart and this glass of wine. Static and champagne. Static, champagne.
The city's humming like a low-tuned bass. I'm tracing shadows of your absent face. The candles flickering on the bedside stand. I'm reaching out for a ghost-lit hand. I hear the sirens from the street below. But in this room, the time is moving slow. I picked up the receiver just to hear the tone. It's a lonesome sound when you're all alone. I dialed the number to the midnight line, hoping for a signal or a holy sign. The operator asked me, what's your plea? I said, just find the girl who walked away from me. And we're drifting on the midnight line, waiting for the sun to finally shine. It's a long distance heartache, baby, can't you see? Between the person I was and who I'm gonna be. Yeah, the midnight line is the only thing that's mine. Don't tell me that it's over. Don't tell me it's the end. I'm just a broken lover looking for a friend. The static on the wire is the only song I know. Watching all the embers lose their golden glow. And we're drifting on the midnight line, waiting for the sun to finally shine. It's a long distance heartache, baby, can't you see? Between the person I was and who I'm gonna be. Stay out longer night. The midnight line, just the midnight line. Midnight line.
glowing in the corner of the room, a little amber light to break the heavy gloom. I'm searching through the static for a familiar sound, hoping that the song we loved is still hanging round. The DJ's talking low, like he knows my name, like he knows that you and I are playing the same old game. I remember how we leaned against the driver's side, with the radio on, nowhere left to hide. Now I'm just a listener on the outside looking in, tracing back the chapters to where the cracks begin. The airwaves are heavy with the things we didn't say, washed out in the blue light of another fading day. And I'm locked into your waiting for a signal that you're still missing me. Between the notes of a lonely saxophone, I'm finding out what it means to be truly alone. Yeah, the FM frequency is the only way you're talking to me. Turn the world with a lush, let the music fill the space. I can almost see the shadow of your beautiful face. Are you listening to? Are you tuned into the storm? Trying to find a melody to keep your spirit warm. Waiting for a signal that you're still missing me. You're still missing me. Between the notes of a lonely saxophone, I'm finding out what it means to be truly alone. Ooh, on the frequency, just a signal in the night. Stay with me on the FM. I saw the number on the back of a matchbook lid, promising a midnight friend, so that's exactly what I did. I dropped a coin in the slot of a booth on 2nd Street, trying to find some shelter from this bitter winter sleet.
A woman answered with a voice like worn out silk, asking, honey, what's your trouble? Is it honey or is it milk? I told her I was looking for a ghost I used to know, who left me in the shadow of a love that wouldn't grow. She didn't have the answers, but she listened to me cry underneath the buzzing of a fluorescent yellow sky. She said the line is toll-free, but the cost is in your soul, while the morning light starts creeping through every empty hole. And it's toll-free tears on a long-distance line, paying for the comfort of a stranger's time. I'm just a voice in the wires, a name without a face, looking for a little bit of mercy and of grace. Yeah, it's toll-free tears, and nobody's coming home. The operator's yawning, I can hear it through the phone. She's got a family waiting, and I'm just here alone. She says, sir, your time is up, I've got other calls to take, and I'm left with just the silence and this God-forsaken age. It's toll-free tears on a long-distance line, paying for the comfort of a stranger's time. I'm just a voice in the wires, a name without a face, looking for a little bit of mercy and of grace. Just static, toll-free.
The sun is a promise that I'm not ready to keep, while the rest of the world is a million miles deep in sleep. I'm watching the needles jump on the master route, wrapped in the silence of every lingering doubt. The tape is spinning thin at the end of the reel, trying to capture the way that I no longer feel. The towers on the hill are blinking red and slow, telling the planes exactly where they shouldn't go. I've been brought in my heart on a frequency of one, watching the stars get chased away by the sun. One more minute of music before the morning light turns a page on the story of this long, lonely night. And the transmission ends in a sea of gray, watching the magic of the midnight wash away. goodbye to the night. Closing down the station. Until next time.
Ballad's gone and the keys are in my hand, leaving the city for a strip of desert sand. I've got the FM dial set to mellow and gold, watching the story of the evening unfold. The temperature's dropping but the engine is warm, driving away from the heart of the storm. I see the palm trees silhouette against the blue. Everything reminds me of a version of you, the one who loved the nights when the air was still, before the promises went over the hill. I'm hitting the cruise control at 65, just feeling lucky to be mostly alive. And it's midnight at the oasis tonight, looking for a shadow in the pale moonlight. No more questions and no more lies, just the desert wind and the open skies. Yeah, midnight at the oasis, finding my own way. Is there a mirage on the horizon line, or is it just the The bartender stacking the chairs on the rug. I'm giving the ghost of our loved one last hug. The neon sign flickers and dies with a hiss. I'm counting the things that I'm gonna miss. The smell of your perfume, the way that you laughed before the wind changed and it tore us in half. The sun's got a way of making things plain, showing the cracks and the rust and the stain. I've sat in this booth since the clock struck 11, trying to find my own version of heaven. But the bottle is empty and the glass is just bone, and I'm finally ready to go home alone. And it's the last call for the broken and blue, the final goodbye that I'm sending to you. The lights are coming up and the dream is all gone. I'm walking away in the chill of the dawn. Yeah, it's the last call for this heart of mine. Don't ask me to stay, don't ask me to try. The stars have all fallen out of the sky. I'm locking the door and I'm throwing the key into the dark of the deep purple sea. And it's the last call for the broken and blue, the final goodbye that I'm sending to you. The lights are coming up and the dream is all gone. I'm walking away in the chill of the dawn. oxygen's low, watching all the cities in the valley below. I see the grid of the streets like a glowing map, falling right into the center of the trap. I'm a million miles up, but I'm still in your room, woven like a thread into the light of the moon. And it's satellite heartbreak, spinning in the dark, searching for the embers of a dying spark. I'm out beyond the reach of the radio tower, losing my connection every minute, every hour. Yeah, it's satellite heartbreak to infinity. Do you hear the hum? Do you feel the cold of a story that's waiting to be told? I'm beaming my love